What is up, guys? Smooth here, back with another Minecraft video. So with the release of Fallout 4, I've decided to combine a couple different mods as well as a texture pack to recreate the Fallout 4 universe, which is what you're seeing right here basically. What I'm using here are the Fallout mod, the Wasteland mod, and the Vault texture pack. So I'm going to show you guys pretty much everything that this little combination of mods has to offer. So as you can see, you spawn in this like little underground bunker slash vault. You have a bed, you have this little light switch over here, and you have your little sunset crate. Now inside these crates spawns a bunch of random items. Now I'm actually going to do most of the rest of the mod in the vanilla texture pack because this is a little bit hard to explain all the little mod details, but you guys can kind of see these all spawn random items. So you have cooked chicken, stone sword, leather boots, bread, leather cap, glass bottle, etc. It's all going to be pretty random. All the crates tend to generate random things. So now once you get out of your vault, you're going to go up into the real world. This particular mod had the best seed I think I've seen so far, and I spawned maybe 5 or 6 worlds in the Wasteland mod, which generates this automatic terrain, and you see it's mostly wasteland, but behind me you see I actually generated right under a city. These are pretty rare to spawn, and I just so happen to be right under one. So one of the hardest parts of functioning in the Fallout world or in the Wasteland mod is getting resources. These kind of villages, they have a ton of different chests, but it's pretty dangerous to go through them. I'm not going to go through every single building, but basically they have random chests inside that have loot, and there's a ton of mobs all around. So if I go in here, you'll see it's basically another one, an apple and rotten flesh. Food is basically the hardest thing to get in this universe. This is what a zombie looks like, as you can see in the top left corner. That's of course with the texture pack, but there are other kinds of zombies when combining these mods. So again, you'll have some more food over here, but let's go and see what kind of spawners other parts have. So let's go over here. Actually, let's go towards the entrance. I know I saw a bunch of spawners over there. You got a bunch of zombies on top of that building. And let's get a little closer. These blocks are a lot more transparent when you look at them with the vanilla texture pack. But if you go over here, you'll see that you have skeleton spawners, I believe. Or is that zombie? I believe that's zombie spawners. Let's go up here. You have some more. And again, the same thing. So basically, these things are absolutely flooded with mobs. So if you go in here, you want to tread very carefully. But this is one of the only ways that you can actually get resources in this little package I put together. So let's go over there and see what else they have. Also, if you guys want to use this seed for your universe, for your world rather, what I would recommend is to look it up over here. So I'm going to show you guys my coordinates in the top left. Let me just go a little bit below the sky so you can see it there. X -939, Y 101, Z 579. All right, now let me also show you my seed. The seed is, as you can see below, I'm not going to read that out to you. It's very long, but you can pause the video right here. All right, let's just get rid of all that. And let's move along. So now let me show you guys what else is over here. So if you walk around the Wasteland mod in particular, again, because that's what does the terrain generation, you're going to see these little vats of green fluid. Now, these are actually not water. If you go in this is actually toxic waste. And when you go into it, you'll essentially get poisoned / radiation, which I'm not sure, with the Fallout mod included, I'm not sure what the interaction is. You can see this, the moon there looks pretty amazing. Let's just set it to daylight here quickly. Time, set, day. We are good to go. All right. Now, also, right across where I spawned, now I spawned right over there in front of this house. Over here is another small village. Again, this is just a really good seed. I got incredibly lucky with my spawn coordinates. And you'll see there are different biomes. So right now I'm in Wasteland, and I'm approaching Wasteland City. One Wasteland City there. And I believe this is a Wasteland Village. Or this is also, okay, this is also a Wasteland City, but it's much smaller. A Wasteland BL, so I'm assuming that's, I don't even know what BL stands for. I'm not even going to pretend that I understand. But again, same thing over here. You have just a couple random resources here. So here you have some books and whatnot. There probably are some chests in some of these over here. Yeah, you see right over there. Oops, I just broke that one. But you guys get the deal. So with the Wasteland mod in particular, it is mostly terrain generation. It does add a couple mobs, which I'll show you in a second. But the Fallout mod is the one that actually adds most of the things from the Fallout universe. This actually adds majority weapons because it's not a complete mod yet, but I'm going to show it all to you right now. So if you look over here, this is what water looks like. And again, the texture pack does manipulate it. I'm going to switch it off just after this. And here's what toxic waste looks like. So for those of you that don't want to make this mistake, you might want to take off the texture pack, which I'm going to do right now, because it can get a little bit confusing. So let's put that away. Done. Done. Back to game. Perfect. So water looks kind of normal, although you can see a little bit of green tint in there. So It's usable, you're not going to get poisoned from it, but it is tainted, as is the look of the world. Toxic Waste looks exactly the same. And now we're going to get to all the contents of the Fallout mod, and some of them are also in the Wasteland mod. So first, let's go to the parts and miscellaneous. Let's open up this chest over here, and you're going to see you have a whole ton of different items. It's actually a lot. I had to put them in 2 chests because there's so many, and we have quite a bit to go, but don't be overwhelmed because I'm going to go over all of them very briefly, except for the weapons, because I want to say the Fallout mod is mostly a weapons mod. So when you go over here, the first thing you're going to want to look at, if you have played Fallout, is the Pip-Boy 3000. So the Pip-Boy is not fully functional in this mod. If I go to data, nothing. If I go to items, nothing. If you go to stats, that's where you'll see everything. It will show your HP, it will show your level. I did level up because I've been testing out this mod quite a bit in this world. You will have thirst, which you need to drink water with, and you will have rads, which is basically radiation poisoning. You want to keep this at a minimum or you will die. Energy weapons 0, explosives, guns, medicine, melee weapons, repair, survival, unarmed. Basically, this gives you the gist of what you have in your arsenal. This is probably the most important thing in the Fallout universe, and it's still in a work in progress. I think in a more recent version of this mod, it's actually a little bit more done, but for now, it's pretty cool. I'm running this in 1.7.10, by the way, but there are newer versions, but this is the only one at the moment that's compatible with the Wasteland mod. So let's go back in here and look at some of the items. Again, some of these are not fully functional, and a lot of them are just kind of ammos and parts for things. But some of them are important. So for example, the empty syringe, this is what you're going to use to make a lot of medicine and a lot of different chemicals and whatnot. So this is going to be very crucial in the future. But again, if you look at a lot of things, microfusion cell, I believe that's made for like energy weapons. And a lot of these are all just a whole bunch of different, you know, miscellaneous items, ammo and whatnot. This is like hide for different types of armor, Night Stalker blood. I'm not sure exactly what that will do in the future, but you guys get the gist. So now let's move along to the next part, pistols and rifles. So there are quite a few. Again, this is pretty well done in terms of the actual amount of stuff that it includes. So I'm just going to go through the top row here quickly and show you guys what they look like. They actually do have HD I just said HG. HD textures. So the gun actually looks pretty realistic. So again, if I scroll through it, the look of the guns is pretty impressive. Now, let me show you their stats in a second, but I'll fire them since I have them in my inventory. So this is what they sound like, the 9mm pistol. That gun, similar. That one's kind of mysterious. Magnum, 44 Magnum pistol, Lucky, and the 357 Magnum pistol. So you'll notice that the particles that they shoot out are basically tiny little snow particles. But if you go over here, let's put all these back inside. I'm going to show you some of the attributes that the guns have. So again, this is slightly more customized than original weapons in Minecraft would be. So if you hover over any of the weapons, it'll say press shift for more info. So when you do that, it'll show you the stats of everything this thing has to offer. So to go with something that's very basic, the 357 Magnum pistol has 4 bullet damage. I have no ammo in it, which again you saw in the other chest. You're going to need ammo to put inside all of these. Durability, which goes down every time you fire. Your base stats, this one gives 8 bullet damage, which, why does that not match? That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or what, but that's strange. Anyhow, ammo type 357 Magnum rounds, so you know how to match it with your gun. Fire rate 1.1. The higher the fire rate, the slower you'll shoot, I believe. Or vice versa. I'll check in a second. Reload speed 3.6, spread 0.5. Spread is basically how much AoE you'll have when you're shooting. Shotguns, for example, will have a lot more spread. Gun 0, I believe that will be how much you have like listed in your Pip-Boy. So again, all these have different attributes. They're all balanced in different kinds of way. You'll see like the light machine gun has a crazy amount of durability compared to the rest. It does have a little bit more of a spread at 1.5, and some of these have almost no spread at all. So this one, like the Rat Slayer, 0.00225. So this one you're going to want to be incredibly accurate with. Again, similar to a lot of these. The rifles you want to be very, very precise with. So now let's move along to shotguns, SMG, and heavy guns. So you have the sawed-off shotgun, a whole bunch of other shotguns, and let's get to the other stuff. So the SMGs, Sleepy Time, let's see, H&H Tools nail gun, which is pretty cool. I like the texture on this one when I pull it out, and the Silence 22 SMG. So again, when you look at these, they do have slightly different stats. So these have pellet damage, different types of shells, different firing rate, etc., but they do have a much bigger spread. So I'll pull out a couple of these to show you. So let's first go to the nail gun. So let's shoot over here so you guys can see the particles a little bit more clearly. I think the nail gun actually is the same as a regular gun. So let's go over here. You'll see it has a bigger spread on the gun, which also will affect more units. You see this one did 8 damage to all 3 of them. Why do I still have my stats up there? Didn't even notice. All right. Again, you could be a lot more, like I can shoot over here and it'll probably hit it. Yeah, you see if I just go slightly off of it, it can still hit it because of the spread. Again, similar things with these. They all have different spreads, different sound effects. None of the weapons in this mod actually do any damage to the terrain, so you don't have to worry about like potentially griefing your world. You'll see as I'm shooting this, none of them are going to be problems. All right, so now let's go to the next one. Let me just put these away quickly. There we go. Next up, energy and explosives. So these are a little bit cooler. They have much more impactful effects. So you have like laser rifles, which have laser damage. Let's see what else. You have plasma damage. Once again, bullet damage, but that's again a machine gun. And let's see, grenade damage, mini nuke. So you guys get the point. And my world just crashed. So this particular chest has been causing me a lot of problems. Energy and explosives. So this particular section has some weapons that aren't coded properly, I guess, because when I was taking them out and demonstrating them earlier as I was recording, my game kept on crashing and it was pretty bad. It took about, I want to say, a dozen or so tries for me to get the world to be, you know, stable the way it is now. I haven't lost anything, like nothing's been deleted, but I guess it does show that the mod is a work in progress and some things are going to be a little bit funky. But I'll show you what's left in here. So you do have some different types of damage, like you have laser damage, you have hologram damage, plasma damage, and different types of explosions. Let's go to the cool stuff. So let's go to the grenade machine gun, which has explosion type of damage. And you'll see over there, it has a pretty massive AoE, but it doesn't destroy the ground as you can see before. And it also has like a pretty fast fire rate too, which I guess you would expect out of a machine gun, but it's pretty impressive for something that shoots grenades. So I guess this is probably one of the more OP items in the game. Let me see if it doesn't even affect signs. So this is actually pretty good. So you won't be griefing your own world with this. Let's see if there's anything else that you guys might want to see in here. Let's see. Let's get a laser one. Let's get a Gauss damage. Let's get a hologram damage. And let me see. I think I already had one of those. Let's see. Laser, Gauss, hologram, plasma. Where's plasma? All right, so let's go like that. So let's see what all these look like. Let's go to some random victim over here. All right, so first let's get this guy. A little bit of a slower fire rate. Let's go to the Gauss rifle. You see this one shoots a slime ball looking thing. This one you gotta be a lot more precise with. If I'm off by just a little bit, it won't hit him. You'll see I'm shooting just around him. And it has a very low spread. The hollow rifle. I believe this one is the Gauss damage. What is that? What does that even shoot? I don't see... I don't think this one has a projectile. It literally just shoots like... Or is this one supposed to be a laser? Let's see. Oh, it's hologram damage, I guess. Alright, I guess we're not seeing the hologram. Alright, now let's get to the next one, which is plasma damage. See, I don't see projectile out of this one either. Oh, it's misaligned, so it's on the top left. Oh, now it's on top. Oh, very interesting. So again, it does need some work. Some of these aren't perfect. But let's move on to the next one, which is the melee, unarmed, and throwing. So let's put these away. Done with these guys, and get to these ones. So now these are a lot more unique in what they do, and there's also a lot of different varieties. So you have stuff like it has critical damage, which you would have like in you know, like when you jump and attack something, but these are a little bit more significant. So again, let's go to the cool one. So this one you have a knockdown on crit. So this one will actually, I believe it'll cause them to drop. So let's take one of these. See which one has the highest crit chance. Let's get this one since it has lower damage, so I won't kill mobs while attempting to do this. All right, let's see. Surgical strike. I believe some of these aren't fully implemented. I remember testing out knock up. I know knock up worked. Let's grab one of these. Let's get one of the big boys. Let's get an incendiary grenade. Let's get a holy frag grenade, which has a pretty big explosion size. Let's see what this one does. 2 times damage to robots, 1.5 damage to power armor. Pain frequency. So I guess maybe this one has like lingering damage. So let's put that over here. Let me see. Where's the knock up? Maybe the knockdown is the one that I was thinking of. Let's see. I guess knockdown is what I was thinking of. So let's go over here. Let me make sure this one has the one that I'm talking about. And we have some appropriate weather. So let's clear that up quickly. Time, set, day. Weather, clear. All right, no time for that. Let me just make sure this is the knockdown. There you go. All right, so let's test these out. So you'll notice that when mobs get hit normally, they just take like a slight bounce. But let's see if I can get these to do the one that I'm talking about. So let's spawn a bunch over here. And some of them aren't in their cage. Let's boop them in. Boop, 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 boop. All right, never mind. All right, so let's try it out now. You'll see that they'll jump really high when it happens. Hopefully I can get here. There you go. There's a 10% chance of that happening. You see he basically hit his head on the roof over here. There you go. One more time it happened over there. Now let's see what these do again. So this one is the Holy Frag Grenade and Incendiary Grenade. So I'll show this one afterwards, but let's see the explosions first. Oh, that one actually knocked me back, and I'm in creative. That's pretty interesting. That's a huge range. Let's see if I throw it right under me. Oh, wow. See if I could jump on top of this from there. Oh, I can. Oh, I accidentally flew. Let's try it one more time. That was pretty cool. Now I get a little bit closer. All right, see, let's try this one. Incendiary Grenade. Oh, this one just sets fire to everything. Well, this one is actually kind of destructive. But I think this one might be my favorite so far. I like it a lot. All right, let's see. Next one is the Antenna Pain Frequency. So let's see if it does lingering damage. So let's fly to one of these guys over here. Doesn't appear to be taking more damage, so I guess this one hasn't been fully coated yet. But you'll see I did 2-hit it, so it is a pretty strong weapon. Does got some power to it. All right, let's see. Next up, let's go to the Chems and Food. So let's get rid of these. Chems and Food. So you'll see some of these are they're pretty common items in the Fallout universe. You have things like the Stim Pack. There are some that have been coded into the game that are really cool. Now I think it's like the Auto Stim Pack or whatever it's called. Let me see where it is. Let's try to find it over here. I think is that it? Super Stim Pack? Let me see. But basically, if you take these regular items, it just gives you, it's like normal healing. It'll cure things automatically. Anti-venom cures weakness, poison, and confusion. But there's one over here that I'm trying to find that will basically, if you go below a certain health, it'll, oh, there it goes. Auto-inject Super Stim Pack. That's what I was talking about. So basically, I have this in my inventory, right in my third slot. If I go and get below a certain health threshold, it'll heal me automatically. So I'll go into survival mode to show you how that works. So again, I'm kind of at low health. I think I need to be like one lower. There we go. And you see it left my inventory and healed me automatically. See, buff out. I don't think that does anything. And a regular Stim Pack is just a regular heal. So these are actually pretty useful. And I forget exactly which item you need to craft them. But let me just get out of this mode before I get killed. And you guys don't know who I am anymore. See, now we're friends. Shut up. But that's basically the gist for Chems and Food. They have like these all these minor effects. Some of them aren't completely done. I know Addiction is somewhat coded into the game, but I'm not sure what effect it has on you yet. But basically, it'll cause you to, I think it'll cause you to like take damage if you're too addicted to a certain item, or like some kind of like poison disorientation effect. All right, now let's go to the armor. So now we can actually see some visual effects on ourselves. So let's try the T45 set first. So let's get all this going on. All right, so let's throw all this stuff on. Let's see what I look like. Whoops. F5. I look pretty cool, I want to say. It looks like I have a lazy eye on one of them, and I have like only one eyebrow, but it looks pretty cool. And it has a pretty decent amount of armor, if I'm not mistaken, but I think this is considered one of the more fundamental armors in later versions of the game. So this one basically just has radiation resist. So this one has 3 on the leggings and 7 on the chest plate. So let's get rid of these and let's try some of the other armor. So next up we have the recon stuff. All right, is that everything? Yes, it is. Or did I also get one more? I got one of the power leggings. Is that all I have for this? There's not a full set on the recon? I guess so. All right, let's put these on. So let's get over here and see what I look like. Now this one actually looks really cool. I'm a fan of this one. This one basically looks like I have a parka on. Like I'm kind of like an Eskimo. Pretty cool. I like this one. Let me see if it has half decent stats or not. So let's see. These stats have not been coded yet, so you're not going to get anything out of these really. All right, so let's put these away and get to the next set. The next set is... Did I mess things up? Apparently I did, but you guys get the gist of what that looks like. So power chest plate, leggings, boots, and helmet. Let's bring that down over here. Okay, I messed something up, but I think we all get the gist of what's going on. Let's see. Let's go into this. There we go. Let's put all these away and get rid of them. And put our good stuff on. That's a little bit glitchy. It's glitching my my effects over there. All right, so power leggings, power chest plate. Oh, you'll see that it increased my... Was that slowness that it gave me? Because it like zoomed me in. Or is that this one? Interesting. All right, anyway, let's see what it looks like. This one almost looks like RuneScape armor. It looks like Guthan's or Darok. Pretty cool. Looks like there's a little bit of Z fighting on the legs. You'll see the legs are kind of overlapping. But let's see what kind of stats these have to offer. 13 radiation resist, 5, 7, and this one doesn't give anything. But they're actually pretty powerful. These give a lot more. So it's 7, 13, and 5. So 25 total radiation resist. Half decent. Not bad at all. All right, let's put all these in there. So now let's get to the radiation suit helmet. So these I imagine should have, yeah, the highest radiation resist so far. So 16, 8, 2, 4, and 16, 8, 2, 4. Yeah, there we go. I had it right the first time. All right, let's put them on and see what we look like. And I just look really... Oh, it looks like those hazmat suits, basically. Kind of the thing like you would see people wearing in Breaking Bad. Pretty decent. I guess that's what you should be wearing if you're dealing with radiation or any type of hazardous materials. All right, now the Legion Recruit Suit. I didn't see any stats on these. Yeah, no stats on these at all. So I guess this one's strictly going to be cosmetic for the time being. So let's take all this fun stuff off, put all of this fun stuff on, and see what we look like. And I look like I have a wither face, but I kind of like, I like the arms, like the transparentness. So you can see your skin under it. That's pretty cool. Looks a little bit funky. I mean, I like the transparent idea, but the rest looks a little bit weird. But I guess we'll see how it's finished up in the future. I think I can keep this on since I just got to get to the next stuff. So this doesn't add a lot of blocks. It only adds a workbench and uranium ore to my knowledge. There might be some in a newer version, but for now this one's all that it offers. So if you put the workbench down, it's basically a crafting bench. But there's also, if I go over here, there's also a crafting bench. Let me see. Oops, why am I typing that? Crafting, there you go. So the normal crafting bench is available as well. And if I put them side by side and I use them, there is basically no difference. I'm pretty sure, at least in this version, they're functionally the same. And also you have uranium ore, which can probably use to craft some different kinds of items. Maybe like Nuka, you crush this and get uranium ore, and then use it for like Nuka-Cola and all different kinds of radiation-inducing madness. But yeah, I like the color. Pretty cool looking stuff. I feel like this almost looks more appropriate for what Emerald should look like in regular Minecraft. But that's just me. Alright, let's put these away. And let's get to the mobs. So the mobs, it doesn't add too much, but some of them are pretty cool. So let's go through all these. I think these might be from the... if I'm not mistaken, these are from the Wasteland mod. So let's see what they look like. So you have NCR Trooper. Let's put him down over here. Looks pretty cool. Looks like he doesn't take a... Oh, he talks. What does he say? Let me raise my volume up just a little bit. I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but let's go up to like 15. Let's keep the music down to a minimum. Let's see what he says. Say something, come on. Something elite troops are bad blood. Alright, so let's go to the spawn recruit legionary.
Give me cause, profligate. You don't give up, do you?
Alright, let's go to this one. That's a really, really nasty sound. Alright, these guys talk quite a bit now. Alright, Fear Ghoul Reaver. This guy's pretty fast, actually. Like, if I drew aggro from him in survival mode, he'd probably catch me in a second. Alright, let's go to the Fear Ghoul Roamer. Let's read that again. Spawn Feral Ghoul Roamer, yeah. Is there a difference? A Reaver and a Roamer? I don't see a difference, but they probably function a little bit differently. One of them's probably a little faster, one does more damage, etc. Alright, let's just a regular feral ghoul. So this guy's probably the weakest. These guys are loud. Alright. And finally, spawn recruit legionary.
True to Kaiser.
True-
To Kaiser.
Alright, we get it. True to Kaiser.
You'll pay for that.
You don't give up.
Give
do
me
you?
cause, profligate.
I like how this one particular guy just has 3 different voices. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this little Fallout thing I created. It was the Fallout mod, the Vaultcraft texture pack, and the actual Fallout mod. Oh, I'm sorry, Wasteland mod, Fallout mod, and the Vaultcraft texture pack. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that this mod doesn't offer too much in terms of really changing out your world, but if you want something that, you know, can make things a little bit challenging, if you like to have like a scarcity of resources and you have to find structures like this to survive, it can be pretty fun, and it makes Minecraft a little bit more challenging since Minecraft has a tendency to be a little easy as is. Hopefully Minecraft 1.9 changed that a little bit. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and like it if you enjoyed it because it does help me out quite a bit, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one in the future. This is Smooth, and I'll see you all later. Take it easy, guys.